What's up, guys? This is Coach Vic. Today I'm going to run through a video training with you. This is going to be an overview of the Big Money Blueprint coaching consulting formula. So, from a simplicity standpoint, what is that? A lot of times you'll hear, especially online nowadays, it's real popular to be a fucking high-paid coach or a high-paid consultant. When we say high-paid, we're talking about anyone who charges a client $3,000 minimum. Usually $2,500, but about between $3,000 and $5,000 is a sweet spot per client. That's typical for a high-paid coach and/or consultant in a big money type scenario to be able to charge a client to share with them or teach them how to do what they're really good at. So, my lesson or road or path came into be when I actually signed up and I had a coach to help me grow my gym. So I signed up for with Seven Figure Sam to kind of help me grow my gym, and I went to one of his 3-day events. Now, at his 3-day event, it was awesome. There was a bunch of other coaches there, but there was one guy, his name was Kevin Nations, gets up there and fucking drops a bomb on the room and basically called all of us bitches and told us, all coaches, that we weren't serving our purpose. And then he dropped the microphone and walked out like he was fucking Eminem. So anyways, what he said that stood out to me so much was and I'll pose it, was what are the names of the people that you are not helping? If you could leave here and go straight to their house, knock on their door, and in other words, he didn't say it, but I'm saying it like this, knock on the door, look them in their face and say, dude, I'm fucking you because I know how to do something. You have need of what I know how to do, and I have chosen to skip past you and go somewhere else and not help you. Now, that stood out to me because I don't ever want to be in a scenario where I know how to do something and I haven't helped somebody. Now, that was also followed by when you are serving a purpose and a calling in your business as a coach and a consultant with, now, here's the catch, what you're good at, what you're actually gifted at giving people, to serve them less and also pose that service to them at less of a requirement that would involve 100% of their attention. You are wasting a gift, you are not serving a purpose, and you are a fucking drain on society. Woo! That just stood out to me. I was like, you know what? Fuck that. All the shit that I've been through, all the things that I've done to get to this place, the scratching, the fighting, the biting, the bitching, the failing businesses, the failing properties, the bankruptcy, growing a business, arguing with my wife, fucking off in my relationship, all those things have consummated to me having a story to provide more of a service to the people that I provide service to now. It had to be more than just what I was doing. Here was the other side to that. I also was not getting paid what I thought that I personally was worth. So the question became to me, or got posed to me, how do you become worth more? Not how do I get paid more? That's a big fucking difference, guys. So I embarked on that journey. I actually reached out to Kevin after we left there, and there was no sale. I knew what I fucking wanted because he spoke specifically to me. My challenge was this. I wasn't serving my purpose. I was a coach, yet I wasn't a high-paid coach. I didn't feel like the people who were coming to me could afford to pay what I felt as though I was worth. So what was my challenge? First, I had to overcome the challenge of getting involved, getting in the game. So it was like 35 grand at the time. Now it's 50. I forked over what I could afford. I went out and hustled up and got that money, and I did it. That was the difference, guys. The requirement of me was so big to receive that gift. I was like, fuck that. I'm going to show up 100%. I'm going to get it. Now, the guys in this group are making 300 grand a month, 500 grand a month, $100,000 a month on small sides, low 5 to 6 figures a month, some 7. And I was like, what are they doing that's so fucking different? Why? Therein lies my challenge. Therein lied me overcoming a challenge to get involved in the group to begin to learn. And then the other side to it too was just feeling worthy, guys. It wasn't that they were offering any more brilliance than someone next to them. Let's face it, there ain't no fucking 2 ways to do what you're called to do. You do marketing, you do sales. There is a strategy in line to have a conversation with somebody as you move into high-paid coaching, yes. There's a strategy in line to market to somebody who is going to pay at that amount of investment to get involved with you. Yes. Yet at the same time, let me share with you guys something that I took away from this group. I spent a lot of money to fucking learn this, right? I belong there. You belong there. There is something that you experience as a coach and or a consultant in your lifetime, lessons that you've learned, that automatically gives you charged, certified, stamped, ready, and approved to become a coach worthy of higher than what you are commanding as an investment right now from your clients. That was the truth, man. That shit right there opened me up so much. That caused me to really take a look at what I was doing, who I was called to serve. Less about what I was giving them, more about what it is that they wanted to receive from me. And recraft, rebrand, reposition, and remarket everything that I had done. Now, this didn't go without some level of skill set that needed to be provided for me. Now, what I did was I had to sit down and break down my business all over again. I had to start taking a look and mapping out what I was actually good at. And I'd be honest with you guys, I didn't fucking know. All I knew was I get guys to take action towards the things that they want. Let me say that again. I get guys to take action towards the thing that they want. That's my gift. That's a fucking weird gift. It doesn't seem like a gift now, does it? But who can motivate someone that's already motivated past the fears of where they are to continue to push and be comfortable enough with somebody to invest with them in themselves high enough to step up to the plate and fucking do it? That's a skill. Now, what I lacked, guys, was the ability to really push off. I lacked some of the systems necessary to break down the walls of communication, to get out of the little box that I had put myself in, because that was the box that I felt worthy enough to play in, to go global, to go international, to leave the space where I am that I was comfortable in, to put together marketing systems on the internet, to become ultimately what I deemed an internet marketer, yet I had not been an internet marketer in the past. I didn't know what the fuck I was getting into, yet at the same time, I knew that I was called to be more. So, what happened was I put together a formula and a system. Now, this didn't go without more investment. I became open to what I didn't know now. As a high-paid coach, you must have a couple of different things coming your way. You must have a high concentration of people who have a result that they are seeking and seek you out, not you marketing and selling to them, even though they will find you in that space. And then a conversation or sales strategy that converts them from where they are to where they want to be. In essence, in their mind, to realize that there is something missing in their lives. And that you have accessed that something missing. And you can present it and help them move forward. Less about them investing in you, more about making a level of commitment and a decision to move from that space. And you don't help them do it, or by doing it for them. You don't help them by doing it for them, but you co-create with them, with your gift and theirs, to get the level of success that they want and or result. So I will be going through that with you guys in this training. So before that, I want to pose to you guys a question. Before we get into the map, before we get into the system, before we get into the formula, there's a couple of different parts there. First, ask yourself, what qualifies you to be a high-paid coach? What experiences do you have in your life? Trust me, they're not all going to be educational shit. You could have sat through years of college and got no education. Yet, the experience that you have through attaining that education is what people will invest in. That is your gift, guys. That's your service. That's what you are blessed on this planet to do by God. And by not helping other people pass the challenges that they would have to get them to their result, you fuck them, and also fuck yourself and the people that you're called to serve, as well as your family. Get that. And that's as blunt as I can make that, guys. Once you understand that there is a way to get there, once you understand that there is a map, which I put together and I found that I'm going to be sharing with you guys, once you understand that when you can go from making only a couple of $1,000s a month to making low 5 to 6 figures a month in your consulting coaching business, the world starts to look a little different. And it comes at very less of a strain to do that than to go the other way. I promise. So stay tuned. I will be moving on to the next video, which you guys will be privy to. I will put together the exact same formula that I use in my own coaching and consulting business and move my income exponentially. First, by positioning myself as the go-to person in the marketplace with consistency, with power, talking about only what I'm good at, showing only what I'm good at, and truly, truly, truly being myself without having to fucking sell out every time I put a message out. So, this is Coach Vic. Stay tuned for the next video coming up. First, I want to challenge you guys. Remember, who are you not serving? Think of their names. Think of their faces. Think about what it is that you could be helping them do. What is it that they've asked you to help them do already that you have chosen to not do? Not because you can't help them, but because you are waiting for shit to be perfect for you. Big question. So, I want you to come up with a few names of a few people that you have not served yet that you can be because you are just really being selfish. So, this is Coach Vic. Hold tight for the next vid.